Hey guys, Ricky here with our NFL Power Rankings heading into week number 5 here in the NFL season. If you're new to our Power Rankings, here's how they work. Myself and Mark Weber of MVP and the Onside Kick come up with our own separate Power Rankings for the NFL each and every week. We assort points values. For example, if the Patriots are number 1 in the league, they're going to be they're going to get 64 points if both of us get number 1s. So 32 for number 1 for number 32. Kind of add them together. That spits out our power rankings for most valuable podcasts. I'm going to get right into it. We're going to start with the bottom 5. And at number 32, tied for 31, we're going to have the Miami Dolphins and the Detroit Lions. At number 30, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And then tied for number 28, the Philadelphia Eagles and the San Francisco 49ers. And this one, we kind of got a crapshoot of just bad teams. I mean, the Dolphins and Lions, me and Mark were flipped. Mark had the Lions last. I had the Dolphins last. Dolphins fired their head coach. That's why I had them last. Mark had the Lions last because they're 0-4. So both these two teams, terrible. Niners get the loss to the Packers. I mean, but it was a closer game. I mean, the Eagles had a close game, but they lost that game late. They should have beat the Redskins. And then the Buccaneers are just the Buccaneers. So heading on into our next 5, 27 through, this is going to be 22 because we have a tie for number 22 at points. And number 27 tied for number 26, the Jacksonville Jaguars and the New Orleans Saints. Then we have at 25, the Cleveland Browns. At number 24, the Oakland Raiders. And then tied for number 22, the first team of that is going to be the Houston Texans. Texans losing to the Falcons this week. Raiders lose. Browns lose by 3. Jaguars lose. The only team getting a win out of this group is the Saints. And the only reason why, I had the Saints a little bit higher than Mark, and the reason being is they won a game. It was a close one. They won that game. The Cowboys lost it. However, I couldn't bash either team after that game. It was just a great game. Whoever lost it wasn't going to fall too far in the power rankings. The Jaguars, to me, had to fall the most. I mean, in my personal ones, they had to fall the most because you had 2 chances to win that game. Your field goal kicker could not get it done. The rest of these teams just the Raiders kind of getting some tough luck losing in Chicago. They're still I kind of feel weird for saying it's a good team right now. They seem like a good team right now, and we'll see if they can move up this week in the power rankings, especially if they can beat the Denver Broncos. But moving forward, our next 5, the other team tied for 22nd in our power rankings, the Chicago Bears. Then we have at number 21, the Washington Redskins. We have a tie for 19, the Kansas City Chiefs and the Baltimore Ravens. And then at number 18, one of the bye week teams last week, the Tennessee Titans. So like I said, Titans with the bye. Ravens with a big win moving up this week. Chiefs, they kind of falling back. You've got the Redskins moving up with a win. The Bears move up with a win. These are kind of the teams now moving up because they won games this past week. Then we're going to have 17 through number 13. And number 17, the Pittsburgh Steelers. At number 16, the New York Football Giants. Tied, number 15, there's no tie. 15, San Diego Chargers. Number 14, my Minnesota Vikings. And then at 13, the Indianapolis Colts. And Colts kind of got lucky, so I couldn't put them too high. Vikings played the Broncos close, so I couldn't have them fall too much. They kind of stay around the same, maybe falling back 2 spots in my personal rankings. Chargers with a closer win than everyone expected over the Browns. Giants getting the win this week. The big one is, though, the Steelers. The Steelers are ranked ahead of the Ravens in these power rankings, and I'm going to be honest, it's because Mark had the Steelers ranked a little bit higher than I did. I feel like, me personally, you can't have the Ravens ranked higher this week because they beat the Steelers. plain and simple. The way I had it was the Steelers are still a good team to me, but the Ravens were here, Steelers were right here in my personal rankings. But with how everything added up, Steelers ahead of the Ravens in the MVP power rankings. Moving forward, though, 12 through number, this is going to be 7 because there's another tie. At number 12, the Buffalo Bills. We have at number 11, the Dallas Cowboys. At number 10, the New York Jets. Number 9, the St. Louis Rams. And at this is the tie for 7, the first team, the Seattle Seahawks. And Seahawks getting the win this week. They should have maybe lost, though. Probably should have lost because of that batted ball out of the end zone that should have gave the Lions the ball on the half-yard line. You have Jets getting the win, basically helping the Dolphins fire their head coach. Rams get a decisive win over the Cardinals. The Cowboys and Bills, the Bills fall a little bit because of, not only did you lose to the Giants, 17 penalties, you got to play more discipline to be, to me, a top 10 team. Cowboys, like I said about the Saints, the loser of this game wasn't going to move back far from my personal rankings because it was a great game. Yeah, did the Cowboys blow a coverage? Probably. C.J. Spiller shouldn't have been that open, but still, it was a great game, went to overtime. You got to give credit where credit's due. Then the last 5 before we get to the top 2, the other team tied for that 7th spot, the Carolina Panthers, coming off are they actually going into a bye? You have the Denver Broncos at number 6, the Atlanta Falcons, the hot Atlanta Falcons at number 5, Arizona Cardinals at number 4, and the Cincinnati Bengals at number 3. I personally had the Cardinals fall a little bit, even though it was a close game against the Rams. Mark had them a little bit higher. So Arizona fans, Mark actually saved you guys. So with me, you guys would have fell out of the top 5. Mark kept you guys in. Atlanta fans, I just want to be honest. I had you guys ranked as the 3rd best team this week in the NFL. Mark had the Bengals at number 3. He had you guys a little bit lower. Broncos getting the win. Falcons with the win. Cardinals the only team here getting a loss, but still a good team. Like I said, Mark keeping you guys in the top 5. Then we get to the final 2. At number 2, they got the win against the San Francisco 49ers. Finally, the Green Bay Packers, and even though they had the other bye, at number 1, the New England Patriots. And like I say each and every week, until either of these teams lose, they're going to be 1, they're going to be 2. The Bengals this week are going to have their best chance to try to overcome one of these teams playing the Seahawks, but the Seahawks haven't been the Seahawks of last year or the year before, so I'm still going to say it. As long as these 2 teams that you see over to my left, if you see those teams winning, they're going to be the top 2 teams in the league. There's just no way around it. Patriots getting 2 number 1 votes this week. Well, that's going to do it for our NFL power rankings heading into week number 5 of the NFL season. Go ahead, tell us down below what you think. Who is ranked too high? Who is ranked too low? Where were the inconsistency? Ravens fans, I want to hear from you guys. Why are you guys not ranked higher than the Steelers in these rankings? Let us know down below in the comment section. You can follow me on Twitter at Ricky Widmer. Most Valuable Podcast is at Most Valuable Pod. Hit that like button, that subscribe button. And as always, thank you for checking out this video, but have a good day, everybody.
Hey guys, like the video? Then hit that subscribe button. But if you liked it even more, you should check out our Patreon page. We have a lot of different rewards and goals for those of you who would love to support us. So make sure to click that link down in the description to check out those pretty kick-ass rewards.